Right.
Happy
Love
Tuesday. Morning, Matt at Deal Machine. Welcome. How you doing, brother? Long time no talk and see.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm doing great now that we're on, man. I always enjoy seeing you, and welcome everybody.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for joining me today. Guys, Matt is with Deal Machine, and he is going to be giving us a quick demo today. He's graciously given us some of his time, and they got some new features that have rolled out. And I'm really curious to learn more about these as well. I've been using Deal Machine for, 3 years, maybe 4, I think, give or take. And it's one of the best apps out there, period, when it comes to real estate investing. All right. I absolutely love it. And they have amazing ways to use this product to get in touch with sellers and to market to those sellers and communicate with those sellers. Direct mail has been around forever. And Deal Machine has made it really, really easy to utilize in small quantities or large. So I'm really curious to hear what some of the new features that you guys got, Matt.
Yeah,
Let's learn.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I feel like I'm on, every couple months with you guys, and every time I'm on here, I've got, I'm lucky that I've got a team busy at work. I mean, we've got a dev team that all they're thinking about is like, hey, what is going to bring people the most value next, and what are people asking for? They're constantly loving that feedback loop from our customers to hear like, what is that next thing that people want to see from us. Mailers was something over and over again. People wanted more custom mailers, different sizes, better automation, just making it easy to kind of take all those little things out that you hate to do every day when it comes to mailers. And like you said, I mean, you've been using the apps for, 3-4 years, and we've only been around for, 4 or 5 years. So you were one of the Deal Machine OGs there. Like, you've seen it evolve quite a bit over the years, man. But excited to always bring you what's new and kind of show you guys what is the best ways to be using the app now. And especially the mailers piece, like that's something that has been around forever. It's a tried and true marketing strategy. Especially the more people are going, online or going digital or all of that, direct mail is something that has a little bit less attention when people are looking at other marketing channels.
Grab a stack.
Do it. Yeah. Have a little bit less attention when people are looking at marketing channels, or less competition, meaning like, hey, you can stand out more easily than you used to be able to because it's less crowded. There you go, dude. You've got those ready to go. And especially when they're coming back, those are those golden tickets to say, hey, let's call these people, Do you want to talk through that strategy of how you guys use mailers and how you get, what you do with the return mail and all that?
So with the return mail, we skip trace them. But what's really cool about the return mail is with Deal Machine is they give you the return mail in a CSV in a day time. So you don't even need this.
True. Yeah.
Which is cool because I used to have to scan all this stuff in, send to somebody on my team to then make a spreadsheet, to then stick into the computer system to skip trace. And now when this comes back, it's just a reminder that you should go online and just pull that data down. Very cool, right?
Yeah.
I like getting the return mail because in order to get return mail, you have to send mail. Shocker, right? So if I'm not getting any return mail, I can let my team know, hey, we should probably send some mail. So I'm constantly looking for direct mail coming back. Oddly enough.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I think it's a good point too. For sure. I think it's a good point too, Dave. Like where we see people having the most success is when they start looking for leads. That means either driving for dollars or pulling a list of leads. Start reaching out to those leads and doing it in a consistent way. So mailers are one way to do that, where you can set it and forget it. Use it as a long-term strategy where I'll show you guys how to build out a custom advanced campaign where you can automate that and say, hey, once a month or once every 3 weeks or whatever it is, send them, this mailer, then this mailer, then this mailer, and get on their radar that way. And we see when people use the Deal Machine app and they get engaged and start putting in leads and use it for the first, we were just talking about this, when you use it for the first 60 days, like if you commit to yourself and you say, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to put in, 100 leads a week, set a very baseline goal. I'm going to drive for dollars. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to drive and put in 100 houses a week. That typically is going to take you 5 to 7 hours of driving in most markets. So you can say, hey, I'm going to commit to 1 afternoon a week or 1 hour, a day in the, in the evenings or whatever that time might be. I'm going to commit to that for 60 days. And we know, looking at our numbers, if you do that, you're going to set yourself up for success. You're going to be sending out mailers. You're going to get some deals from that.
Yeah.
And you're going to stick around.
Every time.
Yeah. So the biggest thing is those first 60 days. If you can come in, especially with you can see the promo on there. Like, we hooked you guys up with 25 free mailers to start with and a 7-day free trial to start with. If you get in there for those first 7 days, start using those free mailers, start to get that momentum and plan out, okay, for 60 days, I'm going to take this challenge to myself and, do an hour a day of driving. Like, you will see the value. You're going to stay around because we know that you're going to land deals from that. So yeah, as I walk you through that, try to think about that framework as you're.
Oh yeah. Consistency is the name of the game, guys. It really is. I love it. And one of the things I like about the app is that it also builds in some consistency in terms of automation.
Mm-hmm.
So what that means is, like, let's say you can't get out and drive every single day, but you'd like to have mail going out every day. Well, you can set drips of mail to hit certain households. So, maybe you want to hit that person once a month for 8 to 10 straight months. You can do that with one tap. Very cool. I love it. So
yeah. And
give us a demo, man.
Can you all good. Do you want to pull up the screen share too, really quick?
Okay, yeah. So are you you're driving here today, right?
Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Yep. I can show this off for you guys. So
like this. Make it bigger. There we go.
There you go. Love it.
Right.
And just to add on what you're saying there too, I think that, like, the way that you're talking about, hey, even if it's not drive an hour a day, you can still send out mailers. We've got the list pulling option too. Like, we have a list builder plan that's meant just for that, for people who maybe they have a little more budget but less time. And they can say, okay, I can afford to pull a list of 1,000 leads and mail to every single one of those and set it and forget it there. I'd say if you're a newbie who's looking for biggest bang for your buck and just more ROI of spending less money, but maybe you can hustle and find that hour a day or find, an afternoon, a weekend to do it, then go that route and use our Driving for Dollars plan. But that's why we built our list builder plan, was for that exact use case of maybe you can take the time to pull a list and then mail directly to that list. So just want to kind of touch on that for you there too.
Oh, I love it, man. That's a great feature too. So you're pulling leads, creating your own leads.
Mm-hmm. And here, this is the list builder piece. That's where you pull it. The map, that's the view that you're all used to of pinning those properties. Here, I'll click on that here for you. Hopefully I have decent Wi-Fi here to be able to pull up kind of an example here. But, again, Driving for Dollars has been around forever. It's, the idea is, hey, physically drive a neighborhood and look for these fixer-upper properties that are, have physical signs of distress. They've got anything from the more obvious stuff like a tarp on the roof or, boarded up windows or things like that, or maybe the less obvious stuff of, a really stuffed mailbox or a tall grass or, cracks in the driveway or whatever it might be, that signal to say, hey, maybe this is a tired landlord. Maybe this is just somebody who, for whatever reason, isn't keeping up with the property itself. And, build that list of your own diamonds in the rough that you find that you couldn't just buy off a list. And from there, this is where the mail part comes in today. How you get in touch with those people, you can do it in a couple different ways through the app. You can skip trace them and give them a call, text, or email, which that skip trace promo code, they get 100 free skip traces as well. So, that's one option. Or today, what I can show off is that mailer option, which is, like you said, the set it, forget it, the long-term strategy that you can scale, where you can just add all these leads, all these qualified properties, and just start sending them mail and not having to, continuously follow up the app will get for you.
Yeah, I love it. So many different options, guys. So many. I mean, marketing's the name of the game. You got to do marketing if you want to win deals, period. So there's so many different ways to go about doing it. I love it, man. So you guys are allowing people to make the call, send the text, and do the direct mail out of here.
Exactly. So I'll show you
what
guys.
else. You know what else? You guys have a Zapier connection to send an email.
Yes, sir.
Holy cow. I turned that on the other day, and my team was out driving, and I got like 50 email CCs because I had set it up to CC me. And it was amazing. And I think one or two of the people responded back like within an hour or two saying, yeah, I'm somewhat interested. Just that's awesome, man. Additional marketing that we hadn't even considered in the background was awesome. Because then if we had them set to send some mail to and they responded to an email, we would turn the mail off. We're already communicating with these people, right? Like that was actually really cool, guys. I want to highlight that just for a second. If you are using this and you're using it on your computer and your phone, extra minutes and set that Zapier up. Very cool.
Yeah, 100%.
This is awesome too. You can set filters. So before you go out and drive, you can say, hey, show me the absentees, show me the vacants, you know, show me the divorces or whatever, right? Whatever it may be, where you're looking basically at two different angles here. You're looking at the physical condition, but you're also peeking under the hood to see the distress situation that the owner of the property may or may not be facing, right? So you can just offers more ways to get out there and help people. I love it. This is really cool. Very cool.
Yeah, love it, man. And the Zapier tip is great. I mean, that how we use automation for that, like how you said, hey, you can add a lead and then automatically send them an email or, you know, whatever the Zap you have set up is. That is the way that we're evolving the product too. So you're going to see in the coming months more and more automation, more and more workflows like that, where you're able to say like, hey, if I do this, then trigger this, then do that. And so that way we're trying to set it up to save you guys as much time as possible and make things that weren't previously scalable now a really scalable strategy. But yeah, I think you're right. Like, hey, I was showing you, you know, when you jump in the map, this is, you know, what you're going to see. You can lock onto your location while driving around. You can highlight properties around you to find, you know, I just put an absentee owner and say I drove by and saw 5069 was a, you know, distressed property. Cool. Added that particular property. And then where that's going to go is you can either skip trace it on the spot, like I talked about, saying like, hey, you can use those free skip traces through your guys' promo code to get the email, the phone number, you know, anything in our database on how to get in contact with this owner. And it will be marked like if they're on the do not call list, if it's a disconnected number, all that type of stuff in terms of labels, that'll all appear on here too. And then the other option is to start that campaign, that mail campaign. So let me show you here. You can do that either on the go, looking at that particular property, right? Or as you add each of these individual leads, when you click on this leads tab right here, that's where all those leads are going to accumulate. So as you're driving around and you keep pinning properties and adding properties, they're all going to pop up right here in this list for you. And you can actually go in and bulk send, you know, bulk skip trace, bulk send mail, bulk start a campaign to them. And you've got a couple of different options right there to start to reach out to them and market to them immediately. You know, on the go, but I'm excited to kind of dig into our new advanced mailer, you know, designs and sizes. But I'm just wanted to kind of show off and just remind for people who may have not used the app before how to add leads, where those leads go, and how to start reaching out to them.
Oh, I love it, man. This is great. I wish I had 97,000 leads in my deal machine right now.
This is like the baseline account. We've got like 20 drivers. David uses it. Yeah.
I love it though. Yeah, this is amazing. It's a peak
for sure.
Powerhouse.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is the quantity over quality account right here for sure. Right. But yeah, so if you click on mailers here, this is what's all brand new as of like, I think a month-ish ago, 2 months ago. Now you've got 3 specific tabs within mailers right here. You've got campaigns, which to do advanced campaigns through the app, that's a $20 add-on. So that'll be an add-on for people who are at that level of investing, are at that more advanced level of just sending out a ton of mail and really want to mix up their campaigns to be really specific to include.
Yeah, you guys have moved into the CRM space, kind of.
Yeah, there's
at your core, you're still a driving for dollars data app, but yeah, you guys have added in lists recently. You've added in the SMS, you've added in tasks, and the CRM abilities, and man, and list stacking and all kinds of stuff, man.
There's definitely a lot of people now who, a CRM's functionality is like, hey, go from lead to one deal, right? So we've always been a lead generation tool, the driving for dollars. But as we've evolved, You can drive for dollars. You can pull lists. So you can create the leads that way. We're getting much better about how you filter those leads to understand what are the highest quality leads to reach out to. And then from there, you track that lead to close and set tasks to remind yourself to follow up, use marketing methods throughout that. So we wouldn't call ourselves a CRM, but a lot of people have kind of backed into realizing, oh, they can run their business through Deal Machine because of these other pieces of functionality.
Yeah, I wouldn't call you guys a CRM either. You have CRM-ish.
Right, functions. Yeah. Like from lead to close, staying in the Deal Machine app now. But we wouldn't like lead with saying we're a CRM.
No, not at all. So what's the design and the queue tabs up there all about?
Yeah. So you've got campaigns, designs, and mailer queue. Designs this is super exciting. This is one thing I would say out of all the requests, this is probably number one that we heard, is people said, hey, we want more customization on the mail in terms of design, and then also more customization in terms of the size of the mail and varying the size of it. And that's for a variety of reasons. I mean, we want to help you make it really, really simple and easy to build awesome designs that are going to pop, that are going to get responses, and also switch up the size of the postcard so that way you're not just sending the same thing over and over again, but you're mixing up what they're seeing, and people are going to respond to different things, and different things are going to catch their eye. Mm-hmm. So we have kind of the default 4x6. Now you can also do 6x9 and create your own, 6x11, create your own.
Oh, wow. And then you got all the different stuff up here.
Mm-hmm. So all of that is right within the app. The cool thing I want to show off here with any of these, so let's go to 6x9 here. When you hit create mailer, you can go into and just use one of these as kind of your baseline design and say, okay, yeah, I want to select this. But now within this, we basically built your own Photoshop within the app. So you can actually go in and just really quickly and say, hey, I want to change up this design, want to move these elements around, want to go to the main text and be able to really simple and easily say, hey, is this your property? Is this your what do we say? Vacant, if it's a vacant property, or whatever it might be. You can mix up the text, mix up the image, be able to pull, move that around. We basically, being able
make
to
it really simple. This is cool.
Yeah, like drag and drop and be able to just mess with all this stuff. So that way, right within the app, yeah, you basically have your own little Photoshop that you would normally have to spend like hundreds of dollars for to really create a very custom design. You can just do it within the app if that's what you're going to use it for. So. Yeah, very, very excited to kind of have built out something as sophisticated as that. Like the team, I thought did an awesome job to make it really easy and simple to use. And then, be able to make it so you can mix up those campaigns where if you go in here now and say, yeah, I want to create a new campaign, then step one, you can choose from any design that you've created, any mail design in your whole queue right here. And then step two, say, okay, cool. And 6 of these mailers to start out with, I want 2 of these mailers every, once a month, every 30 days. So when I first reach out, they get this, then 30 days later, they get that. Then after that, okay, I want to mix in, a handwritten card here and put in, say, yeah, cool, perfect. Select that.
So this is the queue you're working on here now?
Yeah. So it's all queued up. So you can make it just really simple and easy. And that way, if you put in, 10 minutes to really create a very specific design, this specific campaign, you can say, hey, I want to send them this size, then make it bigger, then make it smaller, then make it handwritten, and customize all of the wording to the entire thing. If you know that the, high equity, absentee owned property or whatever it might be, you can get really specific on calls to action.
We do color coding as well. We'll use
the
red ones when we're driving for dollars physically.
Yeah,
we'll use the blue ones whenever we are virtually driving for dollars.
Cool.
And different things like that. Also for kind of tracking purposes,
Yeah.
Just kind of helps when they're coming back to know, why they're coming back, where they're from. And then I think we even have some green ones in here as well. We do.
Yeah.
And the green ones are for another thing. Maybe like whenever a new property comes on as a vacant, So can you show in this demo like how you could set and this is a list feature, I believe, but how you could set up like, hey, if a new vacant property, hits the market,
yeah,
in, 63128 or something like that. you know, for them to just automatically get a postcard?
Yep. So really quick on this mailers tab too, the only other thing we have is the mail you can just really easily track and figure out like, hey, if I've got 25 free postcards from using your promo code, then you can make sure that you're kind of optimizing that campaign they're going out and when they're going out next if they're repeating, right? But yeah, so the mailers, it's like brand new designs, sizes, Photoshop within the app. Campaigns automates the whole thing, and the mailer queue manages when they're going out. So love showing off that. When you feature your
is the signatures in the how do you change the signature? Where do you change the signature at?
That's also in the mailer. Yeah. So if you go in here and say you click on
the campaign itself, then, or
yeah, it's in the design.
Oh, it's in the design. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So you'll be able to mess around with that when you click on each individual design as well.
Oh, cool. So you can change the signature per each thing if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can customize them or apply to all, you know. So
nice.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, this might be one of my favorite features, Matt. Being able to automate your marketing, right? Who doesn't like to automate things in their life? I love to automate my marketing because I know that I need to do a lot of marketing if I want to do deals. Just the way it works, right? So automating it allows me to do a lot of it while I'm sleeping or on vacation or doing whatever the hell I want to do. So these smart lists are amazing. Matt, walk us through what you just did.
Yes, sir. So going into the list there, I typed in South County right here. Just put a simple absentee owned list together where you can pull and you can see, within, that specific zip code and that specific motivation, which you can get a lot more custom than just the quick list here. You can set all kinds of custom presets, but if you put those two together, you'll see there's over 1,600 leads that, fit those parameters. Okay. And based on that, if I turn on smart list, you can submit that, and your smart list, what's going to happen is, here we go. You'll see this list starting to generate, and every single Monday we refresh that list. And we can say, hey, set marketing. If you have smart list on, you can say, hey, start marketing to everything in that list that qualifies under these parameters. So say 63129, say it's, absentee owned and a new property, for whatever the characteristics might be, say new property hits those triggers, this Monday that wasn't there last Monday. Then at that point, they will automatically be added to your list, and you can hit sync to marketing on smart list. And that means, every Monday, if we have a new house on there, or if we lose a house, if a house doesn't fit it any longer, boom, it'll either stop sending your marketing or immediately send marketing. So you're the first one to be getting there, or also, take it off to be able to optimize your marketing spend there. So that when we say power of automation and the things we want to develop to make it easier to save you time, that's what we're talking about.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. Just playing around with this little thing. I almost lost you there. All right, so it's building the list right now of 1616, and there's 286. So I see that number building as adding those leads to the list here. So the cool thing I like is with the smart list right there, is that you can add leads as well as remove them. Is that correct?
Yeah. So the smart list, that will automatically, like I mentioned, every Monday update your list. So if you have anything that fits within that 63129 area with the right characteristics that you filtered for, every Monday our dating, and if there's other things that are
that's sync marketing to smart list. That's the second box below.
Yeah, exactly.
Smart list is going to create it and then
add it.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
we'll automatically
so I have that set up for vacants,
and
basically all of my buy box areas, and then I have it set up as well for absentee owned properties that hit like I think 3 years owned, or maybe 5. I can't remember, but I have 2 or 3 of them that I use, and I love them. It's automated marketing. Right. And we're going to probably pull those lists every 6 to 8 weeks anyway. But why not just have another ability to touch these people on autopilot? It's such a great tool. I love it, man. I've been using the smart list and the sync marketing to smart list feature since you guys launched it a few months back.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. I'm loving it.
Love it, man. Yeah. And
Very
that's
cool.
the type of stuff that, like, if you guys have, how many businesses you've got going on, so you don't have the time to like keep up with adding things like that and keeping up with that list and staying out there consistently. Like, those are the types of people who we want to say, hey, yeah, you're gonna have to spend a little bit more because you're pulling a list, but do it in the most strategic way possible by syncing that list, by being the first one to reach out to that owner, by using the power of automation here.
Yeah.
Really quick. I saw looks like Jorge Rivera. Thank you for the shout out there a while ago. So you can customize mailers and still are cheap, a cheap price. I can show this price for our new mailers here. Let's see. If you're on, depends on what plan you're on, but if you're on a starter or pro plan for our Driving for Dollars right here, you're looking at a 55-cent mailer, 73-cent mailer, or 76-cent mailer, depending upon the size here. So we're pretty much doing those at cost. Like, we just want to make it as easy as possible for you guys to say commit, start marketing, land those deals. And if you're landing deals using us, like, you're going to stick around.
Yeah, no, those prices
when
are
you guys be successful.
Absolutely, those prices are super competitive. I mean, just sending a single letter is what, 55 cents at this point, or 50 cents? It's crazy. Just for the stamp, right? Doesn't include anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild. Yeah, you guys have really, really affordable pricing, very competitive as well. No complaints on the pricing side of things. I know you guys have a lot of developers and a lot of people constantly building and making the product better, and that costs money. And it costs a lot of money just to have the servers tracking routes, and all that type of stuff. So I get it. I think the pricing is really, really affordable, to be honest.
Yeah, that's our goal. It's like, we want to be, as cheap and simple and easy for newbies to say, hey, let's do it. Again, like, using a promo code like yours, we want to give you free trial, free skip traces, free mailer, like, just make it really easy to be able to get started, and also have a sophisticated enough of a technology that as you grow and as you build a team to work with you and level up, that we can, that you can build your whole business around Deal Machine and continue to land deals over and over and over again in a scalable way.
Man, I love it. Matt, thank you so much for giving us that demo today. Walking us around Deal Machine.
Always.
Fantastic app, guys. Check it out. Click the link in the description. Get a 7-day free trial. You also get 25 free mailers or 100 skip traces included with the 7-day free trial. They really want you to test the system out. Don't just go in there and look at it. You just saw what it looks like. Not hiding anything from you guys. These are tools that are going to get you in direct contact with motivated sellers. And there's overlays on the map. So when you're out driving around, so you can even peek behind the curtain and see levels of motivation on the curbside, as well as what's actually going on within the household, right? Very, very cool tool. Matt, thank you so much for coming on today, giving us that demo. We'll be bringing you back in the next week or two for some more gold nuggets.
Love it.
Thank you so much, my man.
Always, Dave. Appreciate it, man. And, thanks again to anyone who wants to reach out to me. I'm just matt@dealmachine.com. Always happy to help for anybody who needs extra support. And, really appreciate you having me on.
Awesome. Matt,